What's up guys, Matchstick Gamer here, bringing you some more Dragon Ball Super related topics. Today I want to talk about something that's been discussed in the community a few times by a few different people, both big and small, from Facebook posts, internet forums, to YouTube videos, much like my own, from big and small people alike, etc. So, what is this video I want to discuss? That is, of course, if you read the episode, or not episode title, but video title, is Grand Priest evil? I know that has been discussed many times by many people, and perhaps you're in the camp of he is or is not. And I invite you, for those of you that are in the camp of he is, to check out one of the 3 videos I will be linking down below from Geekdom, whom is in the camp of Grand Priest is evil, or at least for the most part he is convinced that he's evil. But I kind of disagree. And that's not knocking at Geekdom. Geekdom is my mentor, my teacher. I have nothing but respect for the man. But I'm not 100% convinced myself, and if I am wrong, I'm wrong. But at the moment, I personally do not see enough evidence to support it for myself. So, let's look at what I have here and kind of get into it. So I guess we should start where this theory began, where it came from. And that comes from the closing theme, the 7th closing theme of Dragon Ball Super, titled Aku no Tenshi to Segi no Akuma, which, if I pronounce that correctly, translates to an evil angel and a righteous devil. And specifically, the line that caused people to believe that the angels, or Whis, or someone anyways, as an angel might be evil, is the line that says, Tenshi no Kamen Kabuta Akuma Tachi, if I pronounce that correctly, which I probably butchered it, but that translates to demons wearing the mask of angels. They interpret this song as meaning that the angels aren't really all that good, or even neutral for that matter. They're rather malicious. Okay, well, I don't buy into that because, I can't find anywhere where it expressly states that this song was made just for Super. In fact, to the contrary, what I found was, after researching it, the first episode of Use It Better, mind you, was February 5th, 2017. It was episode number 77. The episode, of course, being Let's Do It, Zeno-sama, the All-Universe Martial Arts Tournament. Now, the only news source I could find in English talking about it was through Kanzenshu. It was published December 6th of 2016 by Hujio over at Kanzenshu. And the news article, of course, was appropriately titled 7th Dragon Ball Super Ending Theme Song Announced. Japanese band The Collectors has announced their upcoming new song, An Evil Angel and a Righteous Devil, will take over as a 7th ending theme song for the Dragon Ball Super TV series beginning in January. The new theme song will likely debut January 8th of 2016 with episode 73. Bear in mind, Hujio was speculating at the time, so that's why that's not accurate. This is before it actually premiered as a closing theme in Super. He was just speculating at the time. He goes on to say, as the series will be on break the week prior for the New Year's celebration parade. The new album commemorating the band's 30th anniversary is set to release December 7th of 2016 and will feature An Evil Angel and Righteous Devil as an opening track. As the opening track. The standard edition of the album, COCP 781, will retail for 2,593 yen plus tax. A 2-disc limited edition version of the album, COZP-1266-7, will also be available for 4,630 yen plus tax, which will come packed with a bonus DVD featuring footage from their live Episode 1 concert at the Hibiya Outdoor Theater, if I pronounced that correctly. Both editions are available for pre-order on CD Japan, while a preview for An Evil Angel and Righteous Devil can be heard on Amazon Japan. Now, note right there, nowhere does that expressly state that the ending theme was made for the series. It wasn't expressly stated, so I'm not convinced that that was a reason enough to justify saying that this song is hinting at that. Now, you could surmise that, okay, even though it wasn't made for it, perhaps Toei learned of the song and said, hey, we know this is going to end up this way, so let's use this song, even though it ain't made for our series, let's just go to a mask when we can use it, because it kind of fits with the narrative we're going to eventually go to. that I might concede to, but as I said, that'd be pure speculation. We don't have any definitive information expressly stating that is correct. I'd like to bear in mind any articles I quote or read from, I will be linking down below in the description of the video before we continue forward. So, that's where I've seen the origins of this coming from. People speculating simply because of a line in a song that, oh, the angels must be evil because of this song. That's where I've seen the original theory come from. But now we're seeing it come from a simple look. A look that the Grand Priest gave. It was in regards to... I should be posting the image in the video. You should see what I'm talking about. And then another one, of course, just recently, in a very recent episode of him kind of looking down at Goku like, what you gonna do about it type thing. But it's not really convincing enough for me, and I'll get into that in a minute. There's also with the fact Mojito's smile, the Angel of Universe 9, but if we look at Mojito's Universe 9 profile, or his bio, I should say, translated by Ken Zyro on his Twitter, it says, Mojito, an angel who is disgusted with the useless god of destruction and Kaioshin. He is a intellectually gifted child-type person, often has a cold look in his eyes. So you could imply that he's just, happy with the fact that, his universe was raised because he was disgusted with how they are. I mean, look at Ro. He was very, despite the fact he's a Supreme Kai, he's very, kind of mean, and Sidra is just lazy as a god of destruction. He doesn't really do his job, so maybe Mojito was just happy, like, okay, good, they're gone. I don't have to deal with them anymore. They were disgusting and useless, But, going back to the whole look thing with the Grand Priest, this is not the first time Toriyama has used imagery and kind of tricked us into thinking, oh, they must be evil. Now, I know, like, what you're saying, like, what are you talking about? And maybe I'm assuming things on my part, but remember back when the Supreme Kai was introduced back during the Buu Saga, he gave a very interesting look, shall we say. I've seen memes made with this look, but you could interpret this look if you didn't know Supreme Kai all that well, if you didn't know him any better, you didn't read the manga, you've never seen the Z anime before, you never seen Kai and never watched Super and never heard anybody talk about Dragon Ball and just seen this image, you might get the impression that the Supreme Kai is evil. And Toriyama also used this in the manga in at least 3 panels to my knowledge that you can, and I should be throwing them up here for you to see, but it's just, clearly Toriyama was trying to mislead us at that point, so who's to say that the same is not being done now with the Grand Priest? So it's not unheard of for Toriyama to throw some imagery like that at us and throw us off course, like make us think one thing when it's really another. So this is pretty much why I'm not really in the camp of Grand Priest is evil, simply because the song that everybody initially drew their theory from doesn't have any merit to it, because I don't see anything flat stating that the song was made for Super, only that Toei pretty much basically approached them and asked them to use it, based on what we can gather from Hujio's article. Not to mention the imagery of Grand Priest looking evil, as I said. There's a Supreme Kai thing. Toriyama could be pulling another one of these things, perhaps, with us. Perhaps, specifically in his outline, he stated like to have the Grand Priest at these specific moments look like this. We don't have Toriyama's manuscripts, so I could be wrong about that, but the possibility is there. Then, of course, going back to Mojito and his smile after his universe gets eliminated, again, he was disgusted with his useless god of destruction and the Kaioshin, whom weren't exactly fitting for their roles. Again, Sidra being lazy and Ro not acting very Supreme Kai-like. He's actually rather, mean for a Supreme Kai. It's odd. I'm not sure how he got appointed to that rank. I figure whoever his predecessor was would have said, maybe you're not fit for the role, but then again, we don't know what Ro was like prior to his introduction to the series. Like, maybe a long time ago, maybe he was a lot nicer. We don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But they're gone, and that's that. But that's all I got to say here, guys. Are you in the camp of the angels being evil? Or maybe more specifically, are you in the camp of Grand Priest being evil and pulling something? I, again, am personally not in that camp. I will be linking the article down below and posting, of course, the translation that Ken Zyro done about Mojito's bio. on Twitter on his down in the description below. And you'll, of course, as I said, see images just come across your screen per usual, showing you all this stuff as I cover it. But that's all I got to say, guys. What do you guys think? Thank you guys for watching. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out the official Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch pages, all linked down below in the description per usual. And of course, check out Geekdom's videos if you're in the camp of being convinced that the Grand Priest and the angels are evil. Because he covered it already, saying that they are, and I think he did a fine job across all 3 of those videos. That should go without saying, but, you know, credit where credit is due. But, thank you guys, and that's all I gotta say. Peace. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z/Kai, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Fuji TV, Toei Animation, Funimation, and Akira Toriyama. I do not claim to own any of these. The video and any images that appear were used under fair use.